Hello, and welcome to the weekly wrap only on KENS 5 Plus. I'm your host, Audrey Castoreno. Want to get you to some of the biggest story of the week so you can stay in the know. At number 5 in our countdown, the NTSB wants changes after the deadly midair crash over the Potomac River. 67 people were killed in January when an Army Black Hawk helicopter and an American Airlines jet collided near Reagan National Airport. The agency states in 3 years there were more than 15,000 instances of helicopters being close to planes at the airport. Here's what Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy had to say about fixing the situation.
We've heard a lot of news stories of just near misses on the tarmac. And how do you alleviate that? Take away the binoculars and give them technology so they can see on their screens where every aircraft is at.
Following the NTSB's recommendation, Duffy says the FAA will adopt helicopter flight path restrictions. He also talked about upgrading the infrastructure for air traffic controllers. Duffy says in the next couple of weeks, he will have a plan before Congress. At number 4, President Trump pulled back on his threat to double steel and aluminum tariffs on Canada from 25% to 50%. As the White House downplays concerns over the market, President Trump raised the stakes. The move came after the Premier of Ontario, Canada, suspended his 25% surcharge on electricity exports to the U.S. The White House says the 25% tariffs on those metals from Canada and other countries are still set. U.S. farmers and grocers describe a roller coaster as they brace for tariff impacts.
The uncertainty is real, and the farmers and our ranchers are concerned. It's going to be a little bit bumpy for, maybe a few weeks or a few months, but at the end, his vision, and again, what we're effectuating, is that our American farmers and ranchers, but truly all Americans, will be moving into an era of greater prosperity.
Now on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are also trying to head off a partial government shutdown at the end of the week. And there are only 3 requirements to walk inside one Northside restaurant: a love for authentic Mexican food and to say the name with gusto. Vinny Vanzetta takes a bite in this week's Neighborhood Eats.
It's a gesture, ahua, 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 ahua. I was in law enforcement for 35 years here at San Antonio Police Department. I guess I would frequent a lot of restaurants when I was a police officer. I said to myself, we should try this at the time. And I had another friend of mine that was involved with a restaurant too. And he goes, yeah, let's do it. And we did it. We're doing great. I mean, we made it through COVID. We'll make it through anything else. And sure enough, we've been here now 20 years. We started off with authentic Mexican food. We learned through the years that a lot of people don't appreciate the authentic food, and they kind of go into like Tex-Mex. Now if you go to a menu, we kind of gone 50-50. When I was a policeman, I used to work security for the Spurs, a lot of for the Spurs events, and that's how I got to meet these guys and became close to them. But Robert Horry was here all the time. He was coming in here and he was my biggest critique, hey, we should change this and do this. And of course, hey, coming for Rob, you listen to him, and yeah, we made some changes and they worked out great.
As in 2 menu items with Ori's personal touch, the Big Shot Burrito. Pick your protein, pick your sauce, dig in.
You know what?
I'm wide open at the top of the key.
For 3, it's good!
And there's that number 5, Rob's Enchiladas for the win.
We've got chicken, seafood, black beans. Let's give it a go, yo. That is a little slice of ahua heaven.
And then there was my personal fave, the chile roasted poblano.
We peel it, and it almost becomes a little thin layer of the poblano.
Stuffed pepper, chicken, cilantro sauce. No, not hot. You'll love this. Can you see that pepper? Can you see that chicken? I don't know if you can see the pepper. You can see the chicken. Mm-hmm.
Come try the poblano stuffed pepper off the charts.
Still get people coming here living around the neighborhood. He goes, man, we never heard of this place. We never knew it was here. Because they see ahua, but they don't know how to pronounce it. Well, what is ahua? We thought it was a Hawaiian outfit or something, but it's ahua. It's like a grito. It's a gesture. I told my friends, it's like saying hee-haw.
3, 2, 1.
Ahua! Come hungry at the corner of Heebner and Vance Jackson. Vinny Vanzetta, KENS 5.
It looks good. The weekly wrap is back after this.
The heart of KENS 5 News is our people. People who've earned the trust of our community. through years of experience, community connection, and showing up when it matters most. The reporters and anchors at KENS 5 News are the most experienced team in town, consistently delivering the important news you need. They're the people you're familiar with, the people you trust. KENS 5 News, proud to be San Antonio's own.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio's own. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
I think we're very cute.
Yeah, I think we need to send out a Christmas card like this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Dollar Jill.
If you can't get into the market, it's okay. Renting is fine.
I wonder how Serena is feeling.
That's a really good question. No one's asked me that yet.
You're 70 years old? 70, yeah. I'm 21.
We'll see you 7 o'clock sharp.
Talked to this police officer, and she told me to call KENS 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
It was shocking. Clearly, something went wrong.
or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Yeah, I was born and raised here in San Antonio, Texas, born at Lackland Air Force Base. I grew up on the west side, and I'm a military brat, so I kind of followed my dad around the world. I embrace multiple cultures. We're living here in San Antonio, it's the Hispanic culture. Growing up, it was the Filipino culture. I'm constantly seeking new adventures and love hopping on my bike to find one. Learned from some of the best, Paul Morales and Bill Taylor growing up. Those forecasts kind of inspired me to become a meteorologist. I mean, everything here is home.
Welcome back to the weekly wrap. At number 3 in the countdown, measles is spreading in West Texas. The Texas Department of State Health Services says there are now at least 223 cases, and that's 25 more than what was reported last week. At least 29 of those patients had to be hospitalized. Last month, an unvaccinated child died. And in New Mexico, they've also recently reported 30 cases of the measles and 1 death of an adult. Officials have not confirmed if there is a connection between the 2 outbreaks. At number 2, this week marks 5 years since the World Health Organization declared the COVID-19 pandemic. It was the beginning of a wave of illness that took millions of lives worldwide. The World Health Organization ended the global emergency status on May 5th, 2023, more than 3 years after its original declaration. All right, switching things up, whether you're Picasso or just trying to inspire your inner artist, you have to check out Breva Creative here in San Antonio. It's a space where regardless of your medium or artistic ability, you can create a masterpiece. Barry Davis takes us inside in this week's Texas Outdoors.
Makerspace, yes.
Makerspace. This is where makers come to make things.
Yes, exactly.
You can make almost anything at Breva Creative. Brad and Eva Schaefer have had this dream for more than 10 years. Both artists, the Schaefers wanted to create something where others could create.
We have a full wood shop, ceramics studio, printmaking studio, digital fabrication lab with 3D printing, laser cutting, stained glass, textiles, you name it, we probably have it.
I've always wanted to try my hand at making something out of clay.
You're just gonna throw it on here for a little bit.
After you slam it, then you have to knead it.
And with your thumbs, kind of push at a 45-degree angle, like that.
Like bread dough, all this helps push out any bubbles in the clay.
It takes a lot of pressure.
I watched Brad spin a small pitcher-type cup really quickly.
That's just a little bit wonky. So I'm gonna turn this into a little pour spout.
I gotcha.
After watching, I felt confident enough to sit down.
More the heel of your hand, right?
Yes. My piece went through a couple of designs pretty quickly, but I was liking what I was feeling.
The first time anyone throws pottery, it never turns out the way you want it. And that's just kind of how art works.
I thought it was at a pretty good point for a first effort, so it was time to stop.
The slower the clay dries, the more chance of survival it has.
We had to leave it at that point for Brad to put in the kiln. We went back a week later.
Did it turn out?
We'll see. We have not unloaded the kiln, so we will see.
But it's in the kiln.
It's in the kiln and ready to go. Let's go.
Let's go see.
I was a little nervous unloading things.
That's got to be me over there, the little one, right?
It seems smaller. I didn't know clay shrinks, but it didn't crack. Now, the finish. Glazing is an art in itself. I decided a two-tone look. It took about an hour to paint the pot. Then it was back in the kiln, and we just had to wait to see what came out.
Very cool. Barry's little pot. It turned out really cool, I can report. Stick with us. We're going to be right back.
What makes KENS 5 News different? We have a team of people, both on air and behind the scenes, who are from San Antonio, who have lived here for decades. A team of journalists who know the neighborhoods, the issues, and the people. Bringing San Antonio the news that's most important to this community. Local news from local people. We are San Antonio's own KENS 5.
I think we're very cute.
Yeah, I think we need to send out a Christmas card like this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Dollar Jill.
If you can't get into the market, it's okay. Renting is fine.
I wonder how Serena is feeling.
That's a really good question. No one's asked me that yet.
You're 70 years old? 70, yeah. I'm 21.
We'll see you 7 o'clock sharp.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family.
I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
Talked to this police officer, and she told me to call KENS 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
It was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Born and raised on the northwest side of San Antonio, Texas. Generations of my family have been from this part of Texas. I have Fiesta roots, I have Spurs roots, I have Texas Fighter roots. Played basketball at Clark. Basketball was a huge part of my life for 16 years. My comfort dish, a plate of chilaquiles with salsa verde. I grew up watching KENS 5. I am who I am because of this beautiful city. I hope that they can find a sense of pride knowing that their creation is helping deliver them the most important news of the day. I'm Alicia Nieves, and I'm proud to be from this beautiful city.
Welcome back to The Wrap. Now, the extension of bananas, an herb curbing Alzheimer's. That and more in this week's Quick Hits with Meredith Haas.
So bananas could go extinct. That's according to new research, and it kind of sucks hearing this, but apparently it won't happen till 2080. This is not only concerning to us for our banana intake, but also Latin America and the Caribbean. They rely on exporting bananas. Researchers are now looking at rosemary. They've found something within rosemary that actually helps with Alzheimer's. They found a compound within the herb that inspires potential anti-inflammatory, components for Alzheimer's disease. And since we're on the nutrition kick, there are some researchers that have been studying people and looking at their intake of certain foods, especially those ultra-processed foods. Thank you for watching this week's Quick Hits. I'm Meredith Haas.
All right, thanks so much, Meredith. And at number 1 in our countdown, bad news for those who love to travel with Southwest Airlines. The company is getting rid of its most recognizable perk, free checked bags. Starting May 28th, the company will start charging for some checked bags for the first time in its nearly 54-year history. Only Southwest's most elite A-lister preferred flyers and those booking its priciest Business Select fares will get 2 free checked bags. A-list members, Southwest credit card holders, and select customers will get 1 free checked bag. Everyone else will have to pay up.
How you destroy a brand. This is how you destroy customer preference. This is how you destroy loyalty. And this, I think, is going to send Southwest into a financial tailspin.
Southwest will also add a new discounted basic fare. It's also changing how frequent flyer points are earned and redeemed. Plus, next year, it'll drop open seating for seat assignments while adding extra legroom seats for an additional cost. All right, that's our weekly wrap. Thanks for joining us on this week's episode, only on KENS 5 Plus. Hope to see you next week. Bye, guys.